But let's talk about goalkeepers. Goalkeeper transfers in the Premier League thus far in the transfer window. There's been some. There's
There's
definitely
actually been quite a few.
So the couple which got my attention straight away, which I'm extremely excited about, actually.
I mean, the issue for the majority of them is that they're backups. They're going to be bench warmers or just people to fill squads. As much as I love Tom Eaton, he's not going to get much game time at Man United. Same probably with Scott Carson going to City. Begovic at Everton is probably not going to get a lot of minutes. But there were two that really stood out for me. One was actually a star last year, Alphonse Areola, one of the better players in a very, very weak Fulham squad for me. He only conceded 48 goals, which is outstanding for the amount of shots that was peppered towards him. But he hasn't actually stayed with Fulham. He's actually now gone on loan to West Ham, which I think is a good move. Challenge Fabianski for that number one spot. I think that's a pretty interesting move there for the French international.
He's on my list, Mags. I believe he's also a loan to buy as well, £15 million. They can buy him for as well, which I think is a bargain for him personally. I think that he would. I think that he's gonna displace Fabianski if Fabianski doesn't. And Fabianski's got. I think Fabianski is about 4 years older than him.
Yeah, I think Fabianski is 33. I think.
When he's got 5 years on him, yeah.
Well, apparently Chris says he's 37. So, but I thought he was 33.
Yeah, he's 33. Not quite that bad, Chris. But Fabianski certainly has a couple of years for maturity on Areola. But Areola, oh my God. You were talking about Donnarumma last week going to PSG. Oh, the week before even, sorry. Being 9 goalkeepers there. That's one of their books, at least. And dare I say it? One of the more talented ones?
And Mr. Collarhue in the chat has dropped the other one that I thought was interesting. Jose Sarr from Olympiacos to Wolves. Wolves have let Patricio go.
Roma, isn't it?
Believe so. But that makes him instantly their number one keeper. This is a guy who spent a lot of his career under the learning tree of Iker Casillas.
No, Iker Casillas, thank you.
I know in English it's Iker.
I would say Iker personally. Just don't
okay,
like
Mr. Casillas.
But he can call him however you please because he's earned that right.
Give him some due here. He's
possibly
the best goalkeeper I've ever seen.
Mags, continue.
Yeah, so he actually became the number one at Porto until he had a horrific game against Liverpool. If you remember, I think it was a 5-1 spanking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He then got dropped, moved to Olympiacos on loan, won back-to-back league titles. He only actually conceded 32 goals in the 70 games that he played, kept 42 clean sheets. So this guy's a rock in the goal. Whether that kind of a jump up from the Greek Super League to the Premier League is something that he could pull off, it remains to be seen. But yeah, he's an interesting signing.
Yeah, so, they've got the Portuguese again, haven't they?
Some notes here real quick, and then I'll kick it over to Matt. Patricio did join Roma, yes. It looks like that's going to be a pretty good little bit of business for both sides there. Looks like Wolves made about a little bit over $12.5 million for Patricio, even though he's about 33 years old. But Roma do get a fantastic goalkeeper. So yes, that is some good business on both sides, it seems. I'll also note that Fabianski is in fact 36 years old. It looks like that was pointed out in the chat as well.
Okay, well, I apologize, Mr. Chris.
Matt in the chat mentions one that I was actually umming and ahhing whether to actually include in my list. Angus Gunn is a great signing from Southampton. But is he going to get in over Tim Krul? I don't think he would get that much game time. I think he's a numbers player, but it would be interesting to see if he does start a lot of games.
Matt?
Angus Gunn is somebody who I have a lot of time and respect for. I think that Norwich...
His dad, Brian, was a legend in those Norwich streets.
Well, yeah. My feeling about Norwich aside, I think that Norwich, whether you think they're going to go down or not, are going to be up against it this year and are going to be relying on a very good goalkeeper. And if Tim Krul has a dip in form, they've got the perfect person to slot into play. So Krul's got to be on his game for sure.
There you go. Any pending or rumored transfers for goalkeepers that may have piqued your interest recently?
Joe Hart potentially going to Celtic,
or just anywhere. Joe Hart.
Apparently, Celtic are poised to sign him, and if he's got his Premier League and everything to go by, they're going to need him.
To be fair, I have a lot of sympathy for Joe Hart. His rise and fall was catastrophic, and he really tried to repair his reputation. Was it at Torino and then at Burnley? Just the cards would not fall out for him. So hopefully, time at Celtic will be able to kind of revitalise him.
Yeah, Celtic playing Hearts later on today at 8:00 UK, 2:00 Central.
Some more notes here in the chat. Kids Watch Anime asks for a Messi swap deal with Reece Nelson to Arsenal.
That
plus
money. I'd hope. I hope it's Reece Nelson and Messi comes with 100 million.
I think that's a little bit of a pie in the sky one, given the latest transfer deal, unfortunately.
Boothie116 in the chat makes note of Aaron Ramsdale rumors. The Arsenal ones. I think we touched on this last week.
They don't satisfy him, clearly.
They clearly don't satisfy him.
I like him.
He's good, but it's the logic. It's the logic that makes my head hurt.
It's the fee that annoys me.
You sold a much better goalkeeper to Aston Villa for more money, or for less money than what you plan on buying Aaron Ramsdale for.
32 million pounds for a player who, as good as he is, has been relegated 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
I wish Ramsdale all the best, and I hope for Ramsdale he goes to Arsenal. I just think that Fulham may be taking a lot of money out for that one.